We're here because we wanted to share the gospel, and I'm here with my two kids. I was a single parent. I raised my kids. This is Lindsay, Bradley, and it wasn't always easy, but we went through a lot of things. I was raised in the church, and there was some things that my children went through, and I just thought that if my kids was going through it, I know that there's other kids out there that's going through things similar to this too, and they need to know that there is a hope, and your hope is in God. You know, sometimes you get out here and you're young and you try so much stuff, whether it's through peer pressure or whether it's because you had a hard upbringing or whatever it might be. Maybe you just wanted to try some stuff. You know, there's all kind of sayings out now, you know, don't knock it until you try it, and I'm just going to do me. Well, some of those things can get you on some really bad paths, and I'm going to let my kids talk, because I know that this generation right now is totally different from the generation that I was raised in. And y'all have so much more access to things such as the internet and technology. And I know even with just my kids alone, how many funerals I've taken my kids to. And not once have I went to a funeral, more funerals for people my age or older than I have with taking my kids to funerals. So I'm just going to let them, you know, just share a little bit of where they were, you know, out in this world, and just trying to find their own way, their own identity, and whichever. We just want to be real. We're not going to try to act like we're reading nothing off to you all. This is just real talk, because hell is real. Grave sites is real. People getting shot. Some of y'all homies or friends, whatever you want to call them. Some of them are dead. Some of them are in wheelchairs. Some of them are locked up. You know, that's real. So what we're not going to do is try to make sure we get everything right. We're talking all perfect, and no, we're going to come at you raw. We're going to come at you from the way, you know, it really was for us, you know. And I even want parents to be, some of you kids, let your parents see this video, because I'm going to talk to them about how it is to even raise young people in this generation. So whichever one of y'all want to get started.
I'll go first. Like she said, we're just here to keep it real, you know, tell you guys how it really is. But I'm also here to tell you the truth, you know, because like I said, just a couple weeks ago, I was condemned. I was not only was I lost and hopeless. I didn't really have a path. I didn't have a way, no type of way that I was gonna, you know, make it through what I was getting through. And I was looking for all type of answers, and I was heavily addicted to marijuana, weed, loud pack, whatever you want to call it. That was who I was. And just recently, God saved me. Not only did He save me, He delivered me from that spirit. And it's not fake. It's not like no type of like. I didn't go through no 12-step program. I didn't stop one day and then start up the next day. Once He delivered me, it was over. And this is something I've been battling since I was 16, 17 years old. Every day of my life, smoking weed, and a lot of it too. And like I said, not just struggling with that. I was struggling with a lot of stuff. Struggling with doing stuff with women, you know, alcohol, whatever that I felt like I wanted to do. I did it. And like I said, God saved me. And not only did He save me, I'm just totally delivered from it all. Like I said, I just want to share my testimony and tell you guys that the power of God is real, man. And not only that He's real, that He's there to help you, and He wants to help you, and He cares. And there's a lot of people out there that's running to find different type of ways to escape their depression or whatever they're going through. But you ain't gonna never get it. You ain't gonna never find true peace and happiness until you sincerely give it up to God. Give your life to God. And not only that, take God serious, man. And like I said, that was something that I was struggling with. One day I was saying that I was I'm going to quit smoking, and then next day I was smoking again, or you know, just not taking God serious. You know, thinking He's like He's a toy or He's a joke. Until He had to really show me, man. He put me through a situation. I had to go to see my brother go through some horrible stuff that I never thought that ever would even happen to me. You know what I'm saying? Like. And it was demons. It was demons and spirits, and that's another real part. That's not nothing to play with. That's not nothing to joke with. It's not no movie thing. Nobody, you know, put that put no fake demons in him. That was real demons that I seen my brother get delivered from, and like I said, it was just. I just want to let you guys know that God, man, if you just give him all your problems and all your worries, he can heal you, and not in a second, not it don't take a while, it don't take no long time. He can do it right away, and you will never have that spirit or nothing like that again. You won't want to. You'll just be a better person, man. You'll be happy. So like I said, and I'll let her tell a little bit of her story, but. Like I said, this is what it is. We're in a time in the day to where, like I said, some of my closest friends, and I ain't thinking what happened to me, but some of my closest friends are just dying. And not only they're dying without God in their life. So to be honest, they're waking up in hell, and that's real to me, man. That's not something that I did take light, but I don't take it light no more, because like I said, you hear one day and then tomorrow you're on the news or somebody going to your funeral, and then judgment's there. And if you don't have your life right with God, that's it. You don't get no second chances. You don't get to come back as something else. That's it. You're done. And to me, that's a painful thing. That's something that I would never want somebody that I really care about to have to go through or experience. I want everybody to be safe from this devil that's out here chasing everybody my age. Everybody that's in my generation, all the people I went to school with, this devil's real, man.
And he's chasing y'all with the same lies that he chased us with. Money. You know how you chase after money so hard. Oh, I got to get my paper up. But meanwhile, you're not doing up but catching cases left and right. And every time you get to a certain amount of money, before you know it, you got to use that on lawyer fees. Or either you're getting robbed because people know, oh, you're driving around in a nice car. I heard that he's selling drugs. Now you're all paranoid. You're always looking behind your back. There's no peace. There's no rest. And that's all you can do is try to get high to numb the demons. All the voices in your head. And that's the trail that Satan wants you on. He wants you to keep on getting on this little hamster trail. And before you know it, somebody is viewing you at a funeral. Or either they got your shirt, your face on their t-shirt. Rest in peace. There's no end. But the sad thing is, once you die, there is no resting in peace unless you die as a Christian. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. But if you're not living your life for God, then there's only one person if you're not living your life for God, then you're definitely living it for the devil. Mm-hmm. And there's no end to that when it comes to how far he'll take you. Sometimes you think you're just going to start off with weed. Now, my daughter just came back from her friend's funeral. Mm-hmm. Just came back from her friend's funeral. And I'll let her talk to you about that.
Yeah, she actually died from overdosing on heroin. Now, she's just 22 years old, and that's just crazy to me. But she started off with alcohol and throwing a little weed here, and it ended up with her overdosing on heroin. And that's crazy, but that's what it could lead to. And you could be thinking like, no, not me. But when you're not living for God and he's not in control of your life, the devil's in control, and he's going to get you into whatever he wants you to be into. Yeah. You don't have no control no more. Like, it's not up to you. You might think like, oh, I would never do that. Then you look up, you're smoking crack, you're smoking heroin, you're injecting heroin. Like, it's you, the people you're always talking about. It's you. Yeah. So, and yeah, that's real. These drugs is real. These demons, this peer pressure, but nothing's more realer than God, and nothing can deliver you from it and give you peace, give you joy, whatever you're looking for. It's all in him. But I don't know. People just go out here in this world and look for drugs and sex and money, definitely, to fill their voids. But that's all material things, and when you die, you can't take none of that with you.
None of it. Like she said, we, especially people our age, I know that for sure. I don't know about how older people view it, but younger people, especially my age, want to say, oh, it's just a little bit of weed, and what is this going to do, and it's not going. And you hear it a lot. People say it's a gateway drug, and you don't believe it, but trust me, like she said, it's real, man. And once you're not saved, and once, like I said, not even just saved, once that you're not walking right with God, you're walking with the devil. You're going to do any and everything that he tell you, and it's not like she said. It's not like you're going to be able to control. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this a little bit of this, but not do that. Like, no, you're going to do the all. You're going to do whatever he said he wants you to do. Yeah, it might not be the same night. You might not just wake up and start doing crack in one day, or anything hard, any alcohol, or falling into pornography, or you know what I'm saying, or drug dealing. It might not be overnight, but eventually it's going to come. And then when you get to that point to where you're locked up, or when you're dead, or when you're in a wheelchair, or anything bad, then you want to like, oh, I can't believe that was me. But that wasn't you. That was the devil, and he controls you because he's real. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was controlled for years, man. This was something, like I said, I've been struggling with ever since I graduated in 2006 from high school. And I've been smoking weed, and I thought that was just going to be my lifestyle. Me just waking up, smoking, and whatever. I drug dealing, selling weed, and none of that. I got guns pulled on me. I got robbed. I got any worst thing that you can imagine happen. It happened to me besides me dying. That would be the ultimate. That would be the ultimate. That would just be it. And the only reason why I'm here to tell y'all this today is because God has spared me. Yeah, the grace and mercy of God. And he had a plan for my life, but there was a point in time to where I could, if I wasn't going to take heed to his plan and to what he was saying, to that little, you hear there's two people on your shoulders, and yeah, that's real. That's God telling you. There's one way. There's God telling you one to do right, and there's the devil. And if you don't take heed to the good person, which is God, then
taking heed to the devil.
And if you take heed to the devil, you're going to take heed to anything he wants you to do, and then that leads to the path of destruction. And a lot of y'all keep saying that y'all want to be different, and oh, I'm not like this one. I'm different. Well, to be different, yeah, you're doing the same thing. Smoking weed, you're putting stuff on Twitter. You're like I said, pornography. You're falling for these women.
You're disobedient to your parents. And God already said
it don't matter how old you
when
get.
You're disobedient to your parents, not only are your days going to be short, and he said, but it's not going to go well with you.
At all.
The Bible said, children, obey your parents. He said, and your days will be long, and it will go well with you. So in other words, you're going to be blessed.
Yeah.
And that's why we're going. That's why we're going to so many funerals, because these kids, if the parents would ever be honest at the funeral and tell the truth, the kids are being disobedient, you know. And I know that you all have different pressures than we had. I understand that, but it still comes back to God's word every single time, you know. And I always ask people all the time, what did you ever accomplish out of, you know, getting high or drinking, snorting cocaine? What are you accomplishing? Because if you have to do this every single day of your life, you're not accomplishing anything. You know, and there's another scripture that I always thought about when the Bible said a good name is rather to be chosen than riches and gold, silver and gold rather. And it's because you think about what happens, how Satan stole some of y'all names. Some of y'all were really really good athletes. And now you couldn't get into the league because that's all you was ever known for, is getting drunk and getting high and wasting your life on. Some of y'all had scholarships, and here your names all messed up. Not to mention when it's time to get a job and they got to do a background check. Now you can't get the job that you're qualified for, but because you did something earlier in your, you know, life, now they're like, oh, well, you know what? We can't hire you. Satan is after three things, the Bible said. He wants to kill, steal, and destroy. And it don't matter that if you're here on earth, you don't have to always be dead. Some people think that, like, well, okay, I'm still alive. But look at your life. Is this really, if you could be honest with yourself, did you really see yourself here when you was 12 years old, 15 years old, 16-year-old? Did you ever think that this is where you was going to end up in the juvenile system? Or, you know, another thing we're saying is that I don't want nobody to think I'm coming down on them. We're here to offer hope. My kids went through a lot of stuff. They didn't have fathers. They didn't have their dads. I had to work a lot, you know, so there was a lot of things that I guess they really could have got into. You know, but I did raise them in church, and that's one thing that I want to tell the parents. You know, I remember that when I was young, that's all there was in our neighborhood was you always seen the van coming to the hood, picking up the kids in the church. To take them to church. You know, we don't even see that no more. But you won't see the drug dealer coming to the hood. You're going to see this one popping it like it's hot and making it rain and all that stuff. This show the young kids, here you are coming down with your rims and everything, showing the young kids. So guess what? If I'm seeing that at the age of 6, 7, 8, yeah, I'm trying to chase that paper too. Because you doing it. Look what you got. You got girls, you got cars. So back in my day, yeah, we did have the church van. And so if I can't do anything else but to encourage your parents, my kids is sitting here today A, because of the grace of God, and 2, I trained them up. The Bible said train them up in the way they should go. Was it hard? A lot of times, yes, but I didn't want to compromise with my kids because